Hey YouTubers and fams, it's Drew. Welcome back to my variety channel, California Pickin', where I show you all kinds of varieties so no one gets bored. Hey, today I'm going to show you something you're not going to ever see anywhere else. I don't care where it is, because I have some completely rare photographs to show you. And do you recognize this guy? I'll give you a second. Who is that? Well, some of you might be old enough to know this face. It's my favorite Martian. That's right, Ray Walston was his name. Now, My Favorite Martian was a very popular television show in the early 60s, maybe kind of early mid 60s, I think. And I used to love this television show because it basically gave credence or value to the fact that there are extraterrestrials and they have been visiting us. And here this guy was a Martian. Well, some of you might remember this guy as My Favorite Martian. This is Ray Walston, and he played My Favorite Martian on TV. My Favorite Martian was a very popular TV show in the early 60s. I believe it came out in 1963. I believe it ran for 3 seasons, I think. But Ray Walston was really great in that series. And Ray Walston was also a 2-time Emmy winner and also a Tony Award-winning actor on stage. And before he was any kind of big star on TV or anything else, my mother knew Ray Walston because they worked together in South Pacific, where Ray Walston played the character of Billis. And you know, I'd be watching my cartoons and my television shows as a kid, and she'd come in the room and say, "Oh yeah, I know him." And I'd say, "What? You know My Favorite Martian?" She says, "Yeah, that's Ray Walston." Look what she writes to my mom right here. Let's see if we can read this. Who has been so instrumental in this show being really great from directions. I can't read that. But anyway, signed Love Ray. That's Ray Walston. Was a good friend of my mother's. Now here's some very rare photographs, because let me tell you something, this is the only copy in the whole world, most likely. These are backstage at a party for the rap party for South Pacific. These have never been seen publicly, and nor does anybody have any copies of these except for myself. So they're very rare, and there is a very young Ray Walston there. He also was Mr. Hand in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, amongst many other productions and TV shows. Ray Walston. Incredible photograph. Here's another rare photograph of Ray Walston. Just looked like such a nice guy. Look at that face. I just love the character of My Favorite Martian. His name was Martin on the program. But what was great was early on, I loved the fact that they had acknowledged the fact that there were extraterrestrials and that aliens did exist and maybe they walked among us. I thought that was a cool premise that might have had an effect on me believing in all this stuff later on in my life. Ray Walston, the original My Favorite Martian with Bill Bixby. What a great program. Go check that out. And here he is on the right in the character of Billis in the 1950, probably 55, 54, 50, somewhere in there, version of South Pacific, which my mother did 2 companies of, 2 or 3 companies. No, she did 3 companies, that's right, over the years. And Ray Walston played Billis in one of them. And lastly, here's my mom standing right behind Ray Walston, sort of doing the Three Stooges bit with the eyeball stuff, horsing around, but there's my mom and Ray Walston. What a great set of pictures, huh? Anyways, I thought you'd enjoy that. Just a real quick little video. My favorite Martian. I love television and Hollywood history, if you didn't know it. So let me know if you enjoyed this kind of video. I'll bring you more. I figured, like I said, we're locked in. There's not much I can do on the outside. Not many places I can go to. So this is a kind of a cool way to share this with you and show you my mom's career and all the stuff that she saved. Because there's some really great stuff. I got great stuff coming. So stay tuned to California Pick and share and like and hit subscribe. Hit that bell symbol. You'll be getting notified whenever I make a video. Alright guys, thanks so much. Cheers now. Ray Walston. My mother, Janet Blair.